So if you see the word on the website, if you see it in my book, I go through probably great planes not to come up with a singular definition. And that's on purpose, because I think how it shows up, whether it's in romantic relationships and other familial relationships or friendships, is very different. Having said that, there are some dynamics to it, though, that I think need to be present in order for you to know whether financial intimacy is there. And one of those is that, first, recognizing that financial intimacy is more of an experience and a feeling. And a part of that is a willingness to do a whole bunch of different things. So, for example, a willingness to have some really awkward conversations, a willingness to not only talk about money when there is a big decision or a crisis. So, one of the things that I say in the book, and that I often said when it first came out and I was promoting it, is I want the conversation around money to feel just as mundane as, what are we going to have for dinner tonight? Like, to not have it be so weighty. And oftentimes it very much is. Another willingness is to recognize that in order to have financial intimacy, there has to be financial transparency. And I make the distinction between transparency and intimacy because I think you can be transparent without being intimate, but I don't think you can be intimate without being transparent. And so, in order for financial intimacy to be there, there has to be a willingness to be transparent. I also feel like intimacy requires a degree of self-awareness around your power and how you are yielding it. And it also has to do with to what extent you might be abdicating your power. Sometimes you don't realize you're abdicating it, and other times you do, and you're just afraid to kind of speak up. So I think that's a part of it. And then, not necessarily finally, but I think a really good important piece is that you have to recognize that you can't create financial intimacy with someone else until you have first created it with yourself. So have you gone on a discovery journey to really have an understanding without any judgment, but a greater understanding of what has influenced your values when it comes to money, your beliefs, your behavior, your expectations, and then how is that projected onto other people? And I think sometimes when people think about their financial journeys, and especially in the context of intimacy, they might feel a pressure to be perfect. But the reality is, we've all made mistakes. We all will make mistakes. And so it's not about that, but it is about recognizing that you can't ask someone else questions that you are not willing to answer yourself. And I think those are all of the reasons for me that makes financial intimacy meaningful. And I think it is what leads to having a deeper connection with the people that are really important to you.